Hey everyone, and welcome back to Timeless Home Inspirations. I'm so thrilled you're here with me today because we're diving deep into something truly exciting. This year's top 10 interior design trends that actually look amazing. Let me tell you, when it comes to interior design, 2025 is shaping up to be an incredible year of innovation, comfort, and unexpected beauty. We're not just talking about fleeting fads. We're talking about trends that are really taking hold, offering fresh perspectives, and making our homes feel more genuinely us. Forget those blink and you miss them moments. These are the trends that are truly making a statement and, more importantly, are designed to last. Before we jump in, a quick heads up. Throughout this video, you'll be seeing some absolutely stunning visuals. These aren't just pretty pictures. They're designed to inspire and show you exactly how these trends translate into real-world spaces. So get ready to pause, screenshot, and maybe even dream up your next home project. Are you ready? Let's get started with our first trend, and it's a big one that's shaking up how we think about color. The embrace of color drenching. A deeper dive into monochromatic magic. Alright, kicking us off at number 1, we're talking about something truly transformative. Color drenching. Now, for years, it felt like the feature wall reigned supreme, right? That one accent wall, often in a bold color or a wild pattern, designed to grab your attention. Well, consider those days gracefully receding into the past. In 2025, the game has completely changed. We're not just dipping our toes in the color pool anymore. We're diving headfirst, immersing entire rooms in a single cohesive hue. Think about it. Color drenching isn't just about painting a wall. It's about wrapping the entire space, walls, trim, baseboards, even the ceiling, in the same glorious shade. The beauty of this trend lies in its seamlessness. By eliminating those stark contrasts, your eye isn't constantly jumping from one element to another. Instead, it glides smoothly across the surfaces, creating an incredibly unified and enveloping atmosphere. Now, you might be thinking, won't that make a small room feel even smaller? And that's a totally valid question, because for so long, the advice for compact spaces was to keep things light and bright. But here's the unexpected magic of color drenching. It actually works wonders in smaller areas. When you remove those contrasting lines, say, a white baseboard against a colored wall, or a bright white ceiling against a darker wall, you eliminate the visual breaks that can chop up a space. Without these interruptions, the eye isn't drawn to the boundaries of the room. Instead, the walls seem to recede, creating an illusion of expanded depth and continuity. It's almost like a soft, comforting hug from your walls, and it makes the room feel larger, more intentional, and wonderfully intimate. Imagine a cozy reading nook, drenched in a rich, muted forest green. The walls, the built-in bookshelves, even the window trim, all one harmonious shade. There's no jarring white ceiling to draw your gaze upwards and highlight the room's modest height. Instead, the ceiling subtly blends in, creating a serene, almost cave-like ambience that's incredibly conducive to relaxation. Or picture a powder room, often a small space where you can really experiment, completely bathed in a deep, sophisticated navy. The lack of contrasting trim makes the walls feel endless, and the overall effect is one of luxurious depth, rather than cramped quarters. This trend also speaks to a desire for calmness and groundedness in our homes. In our increasingly chaotic world, stepping into a space that feels so effortlessly cohesive, so visually quiet, can be incredibly restorative. It creates the perfect, serene backdrop for your furniture, your art, and your cherished belongings to truly shine without competing with busy patterns or stark color changes on the architectural elements. Your vintage armchair in a contrasting fabric, that vibrant piece of art, or a collection of treasured pottery. They all pop with more presence against a harmonious, uninterrupted backdrop. We're seeing this trend play out in a myriad of ways. While some are opting for bold, saturated hues like deep blues, forest greens, or even dramatic charcoals, others are embracing the softer side with warm, earthy neutrals, muted terracottas, or gentle sage greens. The key isn't necessarily the intensity of the color, but the commitment to it across all surfaces. It's about creating a unified visual field that allows the form and function of the room, and the objects within it, to take center stage. So, if you've been hesitant to fully commit to color, or if you have a smaller room that you want to transform into a cozy haven, color drenching might just be your new favorite design secret. It's bold without being overwhelming, and sophisticated without being stuffy. It truly redefines how we experience space through color. The ceiling as the fifth wall. Elevating your view. Following beautifully from our discussion on color drenching, let's talk about trend number 2. The ceiling as the new wall. And yes, just like Lionel Richie famously crooned, it truly is all about dancing on the ceiling, but with an intentional design twist. For decades, the ceiling has been largely overlooked, relegated to a standard coat of ceiling white, serving as little more than a functional lid on our rooms. But 2025 is here to change that narrative entirely. This trend is essentially the full glorious extension of color drenching, taking that cohesive color story and pushing it upwards. We're now seeing ceilings become a canvas for expression, a fifth wall, where you can introduce a secondary color, experiment with bold patterns, or even bring in unexpected textures and materials like timber or plaster treatments. Think about the impact this creates. When your eye moves from the walls to a thoughtfully designed ceiling, it adds an incredible layer of depth and visual interest that a plain white ceiling simply can't. It elevates the entire room, quite literally. I personally adore this trend because, honestly, standard ceiling white has had its moment in the spotlight for far too long. It's time for this often neglected surface to get the attention it deserves. Imagine a living room with walls painted in a soft, warm beige, and then, extending gracefully onto the ceiling, a surprising pop of a muted, dusty blue. It's not jarring. Instead, it's an unexpected touch that adds a layer of sophistication and a hint of playfulness. Or consider a dining room where the walls are a classic off-white, but the ceiling is adorned with a subtle, geometric wallpaper in a complementary tone. This creates a cozy, intimate feel, almost like dining under a beautifully crafted canopy. But it's not just about color and pattern. We're also seeing a powerful movement towards bringing texture and material onto the ceiling. Picture a contemporary kitchen where the ceiling is clad in warm, natural timber planks, creating an immediate sense of warmth and natural beauty that connects the space to the outdoors. Or envision a bedroom with a plaster-finished ceiling, perhaps with a subtle lime wash effect, adding an organic, artisanal feel that instantly calms the senses. This approach can evoke a feeling of old-world charm, or it can be incredibly modern and minimalist, depending on the material and finish chosen. This trend also allows for incredible flexibility. If you're hesitant to fully color drench your walls, using the ceiling as your statement surface can be a fantastic compromise. It allows you to introduce that bolder color or unique material without overwhelming the entire space. It draws the eye upwards, making the room feel more expansive and thoughtfully designed. It's an opportunity to inject personality and an element of surprise, transforming a previously unnoticed surface into a genuine design feature. For example, if you have high ceilings, painting them in a darker, richer color can actually make the room feel cozier and more inviting, rather than cavernous. It brings the ceiling down visually in a comforting way. Conversely, a lighter, reflective texture on the ceiling can enhance natural light and make a room feel brighter and more airy. The beauty of the ceiling as the fifth wall is its ability to tie a room together, to complete the design narrative, and to create a truly immersive experience. It's a testament to the idea that every surface in your home holds design potential, and by embracing this trend, you're unlocking a whole new dimension of creativity in your interiors. Don't be afraid to look up and think differently about your ceilings. They're ready for their close-up. Gray is still gone. Long live warm neutrals and earthy hues. The comforting embrace of color. Alright, moving right along to trend number 3, and it's a continuation of a shift we've been seeing for a while now, but it's really solidified its place in 2025. Gray is still dead, and beige is the new gray, while stark whites are now creamy naturals. This preference for a warmer, earthier palette isn't just a fleeting moment. It's a deep-seated desire for our homes to feel like sanctuaries, places of calm and groundedness. For a significant period, cool grays dominated the design landscape. They were seen as modern, sophisticated, and versatile. And while they certainly had their merits, over time, many found them to be a bit cold, a little sterile. Our collective need for warmth, comfort, and connection to nature has propelled us towards a far more inviting spectrum of colors. So, what exactly are we talking about here? We're seeing a significant increase in the use of warm neutrals. These aren't just beige anymore. They encompass a wide range of soft, muted hues that evoke a sense of natural beauty. Think of the subtle tones found in natural linen, unbleached cotton, sun-baked clay, or even the soft glow of candlelight. These are colors that feel inherently comforting and allow other elements in the room to truly sing. This includes a resurgence of true classic beige, but it's a richer, more sophisticated beige than the one you might remember from decades past. It's often paired with undertones of grayish, a warm gray beige, taupe, and even subtle pinks and greens that give it more complexity. We're also seeing the transformation of stark, clinical whites into creamy naturals. Off-whites with warm undertones of ivory, ecru, and soft butter. These colors reflect light beautifully, but they do so with a gentle warmth that makes a space feel inviting rather than stark or empty. Beyond these foundational neutrals, the earthier palette extends to the gentle incorporation of specific natural tones. You're going to be seeing an abundance of clay and terracotta shades, which instantly bring a grounding, organic feel, reminiscent of ancient pottery and sun-drenched landscapes. These aren't necessarily bold reds, but rather muted, dusty oranges and browns that add warmth and character. Alongside these, we're seeing beautiful pairings with calm blues and greens. These aren't vibrant, saturated shades, but rather muted, soft versions that mirror the colors of the sky, distant mountains, or a peaceful body of water. Think of soft sage greens, misty blues, or deep teal with a touch of gray. When combined with warm neutrals, these blues and greens create a balanced, harmonious, and incredibly soothing environment. They provide that touch of natural color without overwhelming the calm of the space. And for those who love a little more vibrancy, don't worry, the palette isn't entirely muted. We're also seeing subtle, playful pops of color making their mark, often in unexpected ways. Think a touch of lemon yellow for a cheerful accent, a deep, rich plum for a touch of sophisticated drama, or a warm, burnt red that hints at a more global artisanal influence. These aren't entire walls. Rather, they're found in textiles, artwork, or smaller decorative elements, serving as carefully curated moments of visual delight. The reason this trend has such staying power is its inherent ability to create a feeling of calm and groundedness. In a fast-paced world, our homes are increasingly becoming our refuges. These warm, muted, and earthy hues provide a visual stillness that allows us to relax, unwind, and feel truly at peace. They're also incredibly versatile, serving as a perfect backdrop for a variety of furniture styles, from modern minimalist to classic traditional. Now, for those of you out there with an all-gray house, don't despair. Design trends, like fashion, are cyclical. Just give it another 7 years or so, and you'll probably find yourself right back on trend. But for now, if you're looking to refresh your space with colors that feel current, comforting, and utterly timeless, embracing warm neutrals and earthy hues is absolutely the way to go. It's about creating a home that feels like a gentle, welcoming embrace. Tartan's Timeless Revival. A pattern with pedigree and modern appeal. Alright, buckle up, because trend number 4 is a delightful surprise that brings a touch of heritage and unexpected charm into modern interiors. Tartan. Yes, you heard me right. The Scottish Highlands are officially making a splash in homes around the world. And let me tell you, I'm seeing this everywhere, and I'm personally contemplating how I can incorporate a touch of tartan into my own space, perhaps even for some bespoke banquet seating. More on that exciting trend later. Now, for some, the word tartan might conjure images of traditional kilts or stuffy old-fashioned decor. But this trend is all about taking a once, dare I say, daggy, a great Aussie term for unfashionable, material and reimagining it through a thoroughly modern lens. It's not about recreating a rigid historical look. It's about embracing the pattern's inherent warmth, complexity, and visual interest in fresh, contemporary ways. So, how are we seeing tartan make its comeback? One of the most prominent ways is through flooring. Imagine a study or a cozy den with a luxurious tartan carpet. It immediately adds an incredible sense of warmth, texture, and a touch of grandiosity without feeling overwhelming. The rich patterns can help to anchor a space, providing a foundation of visual depth that's both inviting and stylish. It's a bold choice, but when done right, it makes a powerful design statement. Beyond flooring, tartan is appearing as a fantastic pop of pattern in key areas. Think about using tartan for bench seats or cushions. This is where it really shines in smaller doses, offering an unexpected twist in an otherwise contemporary or minimalist setting. Picture a sleek, modern dining nook with a built-in banquette, upholstered in a sophisticated tartan fabric. It instantly adds character, a touch of old-school pub vibes, but in the best possible, chic way, and a sense of cozy charm. It breaks up uniformity and introduces a layer of visual texture that's endlessly appealing. We're also seeing tartan integrated into less obvious elements, like curtains or drapes, especially in rooms where you want to evoke a sense of heritage or warmth, such as a library, a formal living room, or even a cozy bedroom. The way the light filters through the woven pattern can create beautiful effects, and the weight of the fabric adds a sense of richness. The key to successfully incorporating tartan in 2025 is modernity and balance. It's rarely about going full traditional. Instead, designers are pairing tartan with contemporary furniture, clean lines, and a more subdued color palette in the rest of the room. This juxtaposition is what makes the trend feel fresh and exciting. A tartan armchair in a room with sleek, minimalist decor? Absolutely stunning. A tartan throw blanket draped over a modern sofa? Instant warmth and personality. What's truly fascinating about this trend is how it taps into our desire for authenticity and heritage in our homes. In a world of mass-produced items, materials and patterns with a rich history feel more special and unique. Tartan, with its intricate weaving and centuries of tradition, brings that sense of legacy and craftsmanship. It's also incredibly versatile in terms of colorways. While classic red and green tartans are certainly making an appearance, we're also seeing more subdued, muted versions in grays, browns, and even blues, which integrate beautifully into modern neutral palettes. So if you're looking to add a touch of personality, a hint of sophisticated warmth, and a dash of unexpected charm to your home, don't shy away from tartan. It's a pattern that tells a story, and when reimagined for today's interiors, it truly sings. Who knew that a pattern from the misty Scottish glens would become one of the hottest trends in contemporary home design? It just goes to show, good design truly is timeless. Discrete Tech. The seamless integration of modern living. Alright, let's talk about trend number 5. Discrete Tech. Now, if I'm being honest, this isn't exactly a brand new trend that just popped up this year. It's been steadily on the rise for a long time, and frankly, it's about time. In 2025, technology is no longer an afterthought clumsily plugged into a wall outlet. It's an integrated design element from the very beginning of the design process. Think about how much technology has become intertwined with our daily lives. From smart home devices that control lighting and temperature to massive flat-screen TVs that are often the focal point of a living room, tech is everywhere. For too long, designers and homeowners tried to either ignore it or simply work around it, leading to messy cables, obtrusive screens, and a general lack of aesthetic harmony. This trend, however, is born from a more cohesive approach to design as a whole. What does that mean? It means that architects and interior designers are finally embracing how their clients truly live, rather than fighting against it or trying to hide technology after the fact. It's about removing that ego from a design point of view and making homes not just beautiful, but genuinely livable and functional, doing so as discreetly as possible. So, what does discrete tech actually look like in practice? One of the most common and impactful manifestations is integrated cabinetry. Think custom-built units that perfectly house sound systems, gaming consoles, and all their accompanying wires, keeping them neatly tucked away behind closed doors. This isn't just about hiding clutter. It's about creating a streamlined, uncluttered visual aesthetic where the focus remains on the design of the room, not on a tangled mess of cables or a stack of black boxes. This extends to kitchen appliances too, with refrigerators and dishwashers often seamlessly integrated behind custom cabinet panels, making them disappear into the design. Then there are concealed screens or sliding doors for televisions. Instead of a large black rectangle dominating a wall, imagine a TV that, with the touch of a button or a gentle slide, disappears behind a beautifully designed panel, a piece of art, or even slides into a custom recess. This allows the living space to truly transform, from a media hub to a serene conversation area, without the visual interruption of a constantly visible screen. We're seeing ingenious solutions like TVs that retract into custom furniture pieces, or even mirrors that transform into screens. Even simpler, but incredibly effective, are recessed boxing solutions that enable the TV to sit within the wall rather than protruding out from it. This creates a much cleaner, flush finish that makes the television feel like an intentional part of the architecture, rather than an add-on. Similarly, projector screens that retract into ceiling pockets when not in use are becoming more common in dedicated media rooms. This philosophy also extends to charging stations. Instead of cords sprawling across countertops or nightstands, we're seeing integrated charging drawers or hidden charging pads built directly into furniture, making it effortless to power up devices without any visual clutter. Smart home devices, like speakers or thermostats, are being designed to blend seamlessly into walls or architectural features, rather than standing out as clunky boxes. The beauty of discrete tech lies in its ability to enhance daily life without compromising on aesthetics. It's about creating a sense of calm and order, allowing the deliberate design choices to shine through. It acknowledges that we live in a technologically advanced world, but it asserts that technology should serve us quietly and elegantly, rather than screaming for attention. It truly brings an element of thoughtful luxury to everyday living. This isn't just a trend for the tech-savvy. It's for anyone who values a refined, functional, and uncluttered home. It's about designing spaces that work seamlessly for how we live today, ensuring that our homes are both smart and stunning. So, as you plan your next renovation or design project, remember to factor in your tech from the very beginning, because in 2025, good design means smart, subtle integration. The element of surprise. Playfulness and personality in every corner. Moving on to trend number 6, and this one is an absolute joy that speaks to the heart of personal expression. The element of surprise. For a long time, minimalism reigned supreme. Clean lines, monochromatic palettes, and a focus on essentialism. And while there's definitely beauty in simplicity, we're seeing a clear shift in 2025. We are officially done with rigid minimalism in favor of far more decorative and cozier spaces. Now, I don't want to immediately jump to the word maximalism, because while maximalism is certainly making a mark in some cases, and it can be absolutely fabulous, this trend is more nuanced. It's truly about the element of surprise. It's an unexpected choice of material, a bold pop of color, a unique tile, or even an unconventional grout color that makes you pause, smile, and appreciate the thoughtfulness behind the design. It's about finding play in the ordinary, transforming everyday elements into moments of delight. What does this mean for our interiors? It means they are becoming far less afraid and much more expressive. We're shedding the shackles of overly prescriptive design rules and embracing the freedom to infuse our homes with genuine personality and unexpected charm. Think about it. Instead of a standard white subway tile with white grout, imagine a deep, jewel-toned green subway tile with a contrasting, unexpected peach grout line. It's a subtle shift, but it adds an incredible layer of visual texture and interest, transforming something mundane into something truly memorable. Or consider a very classic, traditionally styled room, and then, nestled within it, a single modern, sculptural chair in a vibrant, electric blue. It's that unexpected juxtaposition that creates energy and a sense of playful sophistication. This trend also manifests in the choice of materials. We're seeing designers and homeowners opting for combinations that might not traditionally go together, but which create fascinating visual and tactile experiences. Perhaps a rough industrial concrete wall paired with a plush, velvet sofa in a rich, unexpected color. Or reclaimed wood beams in a kitchen with ultra-modern, high-gloss cabinetry. It's about creating a dialogue between different textures and eras, resulting in a space that feels layered, lived in, and incredibly intriguing. The beauty of the element of surprise is that you can still maintain a level of calm consistency throughout your home if that's your preference. You don't have to turn every room into a kaleidoscope of unexpected choices. Instead, this trend invites the freedom to be playful with a few hero moments now and again, just to keep things interesting. These are the details that truly make a house feel like a home, one that reflects the unique character and spirit of its inhabitants. Imagine a long, plain hallway suddenly punctuated by a vibrant, oversized piece of abstract art with a bold, unexpected frame. Or a classic neutral bedroom featuring a single, antique dresser painted in a surprisingly bright, cheerful color. These are not overwhelming changes, but rather carefully placed accents that elevate the entire space and spark conversation. It's about embracing imperfection and individuality, moving away from perfectly curated, showroom-like spaces towards homes that feel genuinely authentic and full of life. It's permission to break a few rules, to experiment, and to trust your instincts when it comes to expressing your own unique style. So, if you've been feeling constrained by design conventions, or if you've been looking for a way to inject more personality and joy into your home, the element of surprise is your invitation. It's about having fun with your interiors, creating spaces that feel vibrant, engaging, and truly reflect who you are. Don't be afraid to add that unexpected twist. It's often what makes a space truly unforgettable. Sensory texture. Celebrating raw materials and natural beauty. Alright, let's pivot from the playful and expressive to something deeply grounding and tactile. Trend number 7, sensory texture. On the flip side of the color drenching movement, there's an equally powerful and growing preference towards textured surfaces right now. This trend is all about embracing the inherent, natural beauty of raw materials and allowing them to take center stage in our homes. For too long, perfect, Smooth finishes dominated interiors. But in 2025, we're craving authenticity, connection to the earth, and the visual and tactile richness that only natural materials can provide. This isn't just about adding a textured rug, it's about celebrating the materials themselves as integral parts of the design, allowing their imperfections and inherent qualities to shine. So, what materials are we talking about here? We're seeing a significant embrace of elements like concrete, pressed earth, natural stone, think travertine, marble, granite with its natural veining, recycled brick, and timber in its most honest forms. The beauty lies in their unadulterated state, where the history, the natural variations, and the inherent character of the material are highlighted rather than hidden. Imagine a kitchen where the island counter is a single dramatic slab of honed natural stone, showcasing its unique patterns and variations. It's not just a surface, it's a geological artwork. Or picture a living room with an exposed raw concrete wall, perhaps intentionally left unpolished to show its subtle marks and imperfections. This creates an industrial chic vibe that's both edgy and incredibly sophisticated. Pressed earth, or rammed earth, walls are gaining traction for their incredible thermal properties and their stunning layered aesthetic that literally brings the earth into your home. The striations created by the compaction process tell a story and add an unparalleled sense of organic texture. Similarly, recycled brick, with its aged patina and individual character, brings warmth, history, and a touch of rustic charm to both interior and exterior spaces. And then there's timber. We're seeing less of the highly polished, perfectly uniform wood, and more of timber that celebrates its natural grain, knots, and even slight imperfections. Think wide plank, unfinished wood floors, exposed timber beams, or custom-built cabinetry crafted from reclaimed wood. This approach to timber creates a feeling of warmth, authenticity, and connection to nature that feels incredibly comforting and timeless. I absolutely love this trend because, in my opinion, celebrating natural materials will never date. It's not about fleeting fashion. It's about acknowledging the enduring beauty and integrity of materials that have been used in construction for centuries. They bring a sense of history, grounding, and a subtle luxury that transcends trends. Now, I'll be honest, this isn't always the easiest or cheapest trend to implement, especially if you're looking to integrate large-scale elements like a concrete wall or natural stone slabs. It often requires building from scratch or having pre-existing architectural bones in your home that lend themselves to this aesthetic. However, don't let that deter you. If this trend is your jam but you don't have the luxury of starting with the right architectural foundations, you can absolutely bring in textural elements through key pieces and finishes. Think about investing in curtains and drapes made from linen, raw silk, or textured wool, allowing light to diffuse softly and adding a tactile element. Rugs crafted from natural fibers like jute, sisal, or chunky wool, which provide immediate warmth and grounding. Coffee tables or side tables with solid, natural stone tops, or those made from a single live-edge slab of wood. Vanities or bench tops in bathrooms or kitchens crafted from honed marble, travertine, or even a poured concrete finish. Decorative accessories like ceramic vases with a rough, unglazed finish, woven baskets, or sculptures made from natural wood or stone. These elements allow you to capture the essence of sensory texture, adding depth, warmth, and an appreciation for the raw beauty of materials, even if you're working within an existing space. It's about creating a home that engages not just your sight, but your sense of touch, fostering a deeper connection to your environment. It's truly a celebration of authentic design. Banquettes and built-in seating. Maximizing comfort and space. Let's dive into trend number 8. Banquettes, baby. Yes, integrated seating, particularly in the form of banquette-style dining areas and cozy living nooks, is back in a big way for 2025. And frankly, I couldn't be more thrilled about it. This trend is a genius solution for maximizing both seating and style, especially in spaces where every square inch counts. For a long time, standalone dining chairs and modular sofas were the go-to. But as our homes become more tailored to our specific needs and lifestyles, and as living spaces in many urban areas tend to be more compact, the efficiency and comfort of built-in seating have become incredibly appealing. So, what makes banquettes so fantastic? First and foremost, they are incredible space savers. By pushing seating right up against a wall or into a corner, you instantly free up valuable floor space that would otherwise be taken up by the footprint of individual chairs. This is a game changer for smaller dining rooms, kitchen nooks, or even open-concept living areas where defining zones is crucial. It allows for more efficient circulation and a less cluttered feel. But it's not just about space. Banquettes are also about maximizing seating capacity. You can typically fit more people around a table with a banquette than you could with traditional chairs, making them perfect for entertaining or for growing families. Plus, the continuous seating surface often feels more communal and encourages closer conversation. And the comfort factor? Oh, it's huge. With plush upholstery and ample back support, banquettes can transform a simple dining area into a luxurious lounge-like experience. They invite you to linger, to enjoy longer meals, or to simply relax with a cup of coffee and a book. Beyond the classic dining banquette, we're seeing this integrated seating concept extend to other areas of the home. Integrated benches in entranceways. Imagine a beautifully designed bench built directly into the wall of your entryway, complete with hidden storage underneath for shoes and bags. It provides a convenient spot to sit down, take off your shoes, and adds an immediate sense of organization and welcoming design. Custom cabinetry with built-in seating. This is where things get really bespoke. Think about a living room wall with a seamless stretch of custom cabinetry that incorporates a comfortable window seat, or a reading nook built right into a bookcase. These solutions are not only functional but also create stunning architectural features that feel custom-made for your home. Feature window frames with upholstered seating. Transforming an ordinary window into a cozy haven is another beautiful application. By building a deep, upholstered bench directly into the window frame, you create a perfect spot for reading, relaxing, and enjoying the view. This is particularly popular in bedrooms or sunny living areas. And speaking of upholstery, remember what I talked about earlier in trend number 4? You guessed it, Tartan. We're seeing these integrated seating solutions, especially banquettes and window seats, often upholstered in rich, durable fabrics like leather, or excitingly, in that unexpected and charming tartan pattern. This combination brings that element of surprise we discussed earlier into the mix, adding a layer of personality and unique style to these practical pieces. Imagine a sleek, modern kitchen with a bold tartan banquette. It's a statement piece that's both fun and highly functional. This trend truly underscores a movement towards creating more thoughtful, efficient, and comfortable spaces. It's about leveraging every inch of your home with purpose, and doing so with an eye for integrated design that looks custom, feels luxurious, and truly caters to modern living. So, if you're looking to optimize your space and elevate your comfort, banquettes and built-in seating are absolutely a trend to embrace. The broken plan, thoughtful division in open layouts. Alright, let's talk about trend number 9, the broken plan. For many years, the open plan layout was the undisputed king of home design. Wide open spaces, seamless transitions between living, dining, and kitchen areas. It was all about promoting a sense of spaciousness and connection. And while open layouts certainly have their benefits, especially for entertaining, in 2025, we're seeing a significant shift in preference towards partition zones rather than a completely open-plan layout. This isn't a return to the rigid, closed-off rooms of the past. Instead, it's about a more nuanced approach, subtly dividing spaces to clearly identify different purposes for each zone, even within a largely open environment. It's a response to our evolving lifestyles, where the need for privacy, focused activities, and acoustic separation has become more apparent. Think about it. While open plan is great for a bustling party, it can be challenging for a household where one person needs to work from home, another is watching TV, and someone else is trying to read a book, all in the same shared volume of space. The broken plan acknowledges these diverse needs and offers intelligent solutions. So, how are designers achieving this broken plan effect? One of the most common applications is in the subtle division between living and dining areas. Instead of one large undifferentiated space, we're seeing architectural elements introduced to create gentle separations. This could be half walls or nib walls. These low walls provide a visual break without completely closing off the space. They can delineate a dining area from a living room, offer a backdrop for furniture, or even conceal a TV on one side while providing a clean wall on the other. Sliding or pocket doors. These offer the flexibility to open up a space for entertaining when desired, and then close it off for privacy, quiet, or to contain cooking smells. Imagine pocket doors between a kitchen and dining room, allowing you to hide the post-dinner mess. Screens or room dividers. Whether fixed or movable, decorative screens, think slatted wood, metal frames with glass inserts, or even elegant sheer curtains, can create a sense of separation while still allowing light and a visual connection to pass through. Changes in flooring. A transition from wood flooring in the living area to a tile or rug in the dining space can subtly signal a change in function without needing physical walls. Architectural features. Arches, partial archways, or even strategically placed columns can naturally define zones within an open floor plan, giving each area its own distinct identity. This trend is also significantly impacting bathroom design. We're seeing a strong preference towards enclosed showers and concealing showers behind a nib wall rather than a full glass screen. While glass screens offer a minimalist look, they can sometimes make a bathroom feel cold and exposed. A nib wall, often tiled or finished with the same material as the rest of the bathroom, provides a sense of enclosure, privacy, and architectural solidity. It creates a cozier, more spa-like feel, and can even offer a practical surface for niches or a built-in bench within the shower itself. This is particularly popular in primary bathrooms where a sense of retreat is desired. The broken plan is all about creating intentionality in our homes. It allows for acoustic control, provides a greater sense of privacy, and helps to visually organize our living spaces. It acknowledges that sometimes, a little bit of division is not about being closed off, but about creating pockets of calm, focus, and intimate connection within the larger home. It's a sophisticated evolution of the open concept, adapting it to the nuanced demands of modern life. So, if you're looking to add more functionality, definition, and a touch of thoughtful design to your open plan home, exploring the broken plan approach with subtle divisions and zoned areas is a brilliant way to achieve both beauty and practicality. Blockout, bold statements in solid materiality. And finally, we've arrived at trend number 10, blockout. This trend is all about going big or going home. Well, technically you already are home, but this blockout trend is truly about making a dramatic statement with big, bold, heavy blocks of solid material. This is a powerhouse trend, especially prevalent in kitchens and bathrooms, where designers are favoring monolithic forms and letting singular, natural materials be the absolute hero of the space. This trend is essentially a celebration of the raw power and inherent beauty of materials, taking the concept of sensory texture, from trend number 7, to an even grander, more impactful scale. It's about creating a sense of permanence, luxury, and understated drama through the sheer presence of a chosen material. Where are we seeing this most prominently? Kitchens. This is a huge one for kitchens. Forget the traditional tiled backsplash or the delicate waterfall edge on an island. Designers are preferring slabs of natural stone that wrap and float in a space. Imagine a kitchen island where the countertop, the sides, and even the end panel are all one continuous, breathtaking slab of marble, granite, or quartzite. This creates a seamless, sculptural form that feels incredibly luxurious and contemporary. The stone becomes a colossal, functional art piece. Similarly, we're seeing full-height slab backsplashes that extend from the countertop all the way to the upper cabinets or ceiling, making a dramatic, uninterrupted statement. Bathrooms. In bathrooms, the blockout trend translates into monumental vanities, shower benches, and even full wall panels crafted from single large pieces of natural stone or other solid materials. Forgoing the more traditional addition of, say, a tiled splashback, the focus shifts to creating a refined, seamless finish where the material itself provides all the pattern, texture, and color needed. Picture a bathroom vanity with a basin carved directly out of a solid block of stone, or a shower area where the walls are clad in expansive slabs of a stunning veined marble. It's about creating a spa-like sanctuary that feels grounded and incredibly opulent. The core idea behind blockout is to minimize visual interruptions and allow the chosen material to speak for itself. It creates a more refined, seamless finish that elevates the entire aesthetic of the room. When you have a vast expanse of one material, whether it's a striking natural stone, a smooth concrete, or even a richly toned wood, it becomes the dominant visual element, providing a sense of weight, quality, and undeniable presence. This design approach is all about bringing color, pattern, and texture into a space without the use of paint, and instead, making a singular natural material the hero. It's a testament to the belief that true luxury often lies in simplicity and the quality of materials. It also creates a cohesive, calming effect because there are fewer transitions, fewer grout lines, and fewer different finishes competing for attention. While natural stone is a key player here, the blockout concept can also be applied to other materials. Think about large panels of dark, rich wood veneer creating a feature wall in a living room, or even oversized, continuous concrete panels forming an entire fireplace surround. The essence is the same: bold, uninterrupted expanses of a single powerful material. This trend often feels architectural and sculptural, transforming functional elements into pieces of art. It's for those who appreciate understated elegance, clean lines, and a powerful connection to the inherent beauty of the Earth's resources. If you're looking to make a bold, sophisticated statement in your home, the blockout trend offers an incredibly impactful and timeless way to do so. It truly showcases how good design can elevate even the most utilitarian spaces into works of art. So, there you have it, my top 10 interior design trends that I genuinely believe will dominate in 2025, and more importantly, are trends that genuinely look amazing and have the potential to bring comfort, style, and functionality to your home. From the enveloping embrace of color drenching to the thoughtful divisions of the broken plan, and from the surprising comeback of Tartan to the seamless integration of Discrete Tech, these trends reflect a deeper understanding of how we live and what we truly crave in our personal spaces. We're moving towards homes that are not just beautiful but also nurturing, expressive, and incredibly smart. We're celebrating the inherent beauty of sensory textures and making bold statements with blockout materials, while also finding delightful elements of surprise in unexpected corners. And let's not forget the clever practicality of banquettes and the elevated artistry of the ceiling as the new fifth wall. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. What trends have you been noticing? Are there any incredible design shifts that you think I might have missed? Drop your thoughts, observations, and questions in the comments section below. I always love to hear what resonates with you and what you're seeing in your own design journey. If you want to find out more about any of the stunning AI-generated interiors referenced throughout this video, you'll find details and inspiration links in the description below. And remember this, because it's the most important piece of advice I can give you. Trends are just that, trends. They come and they go. My ultimate advice to anyone designing or refreshing their own home is always to trust your instincts and go with what you truly love. It's your home, your sanctuary, and you are the one who needs to love living in it every single day. Make it a reflection of you, your story, and your comfort. For more interior design inspiration, home tours, and renovation insights, be sure to check out our other videos here on timeless home inspirations. We're always here to help you create a home that truly stands the test of time. See you soon for more timeless inspiration.